What else we got? Who else? Who else is nominated?
For supporting actor in a role, Barkhad Abdi for Captain Phillips.
Haven't seen it.
But not Tom Hanks, which is kind of interesting.
Yeah,
Tom Hanks didn't get lead.
Yeah.
That's unusual.
Everyone was really surprised because they were saying, oh, he could get double nominated. He could be supporting actor and lead actor, and then he got nothing. And Saving Mr. Banks was completely shut out this year, which I wasn't surprised, but I was actually a little more surprised that everyone else was surprised.
I was actually surprised and pleased. Like,
I haven't seen it.
I haven't seen it either, but
I've read a little bit about it. It's like, from what I've read, it sort of frames the setup as P.L. Travers as this like as like the underdog in this situation, like this artist who was really devoted to her creation and who couldn't get along with the big corporates, Disney.
But it sounds like it also portrays her as kind of a villain, like you know, Emma Thompson says in all the interviews, like, you know, oh, there's no sugarcoating it. She was a horrible person, and she was so, like, you know, mean to all these people.
She was kind of cuckoo.
Which makes
in real life.
Which makes you think that I'm sure Disney is really happy that she's out there saying that, because, like, you know, like kind of this idea, like, you know, oh, you know, Walt was this great guy who wanted to give the kids a good time, which sounds really horrible.
I haven't seen it, but I was more concerned with the ending because in real life, P.L. Travers hated the film. She sobbed almost uncontrollably through the whole movie, so I was worried we were going to get to the end and she would be like, oh no, that wasn't so bad. When really, she's after it was done, she goes,
good.
she goes, well, it wasn't terrible. Like, when really she cried all the way through, and at the end she goes, I'm never letting anyone touch any of my works ever again. And to this day, there's still a ban. No one is allowed to adapt any of her books at all. The family says, no, sorry, can't. She won't. She says no.
Wow.
So, I mean, I don't know. And so I was more worried that we were going to get, again, the Disney ending when they're like, it's a true story. Kind of, until the end. I hate that.
Alright, Bradley Cooper for American Hustle.
I haven't seen it.
Michael Fassbender for 12 Years a Slave.
Yes.
Jonah Hill for The Wolf of Wall Street. Jared Leto for Dallas Buyers Club.
He's going to get it.
Yeah, I think he's going to get it.
I mean, I think, I don't know. It's just, everyone loves him, and
he's been cleaning up.
He's cleaning up. Although, or we could end up with a Viola Davis situation. Furious for the help she won for everything except for, I think it was the Golden Globe. Meryl Streep took that home, and then she took home the Academy Award for The Iron Lady. So
yeah, that's true.
And everyone was like, really? I was upset. I was like, come on.
Because that's the thing. It's like every year before the Oscars, like I look back at past years and go, okay, is there a formula? Is there a pattern to predict? And it's like, there's some, but sometimes they'll just do something that makes no sense at all. I mean, like there's really no way to know for sure, which is kind of interesting. Because I mean, all signs indicated that Meryl Streep wasn't going to get that.
Well, yeah, I mean, and like you were saying, I mean, you look back on the past. I mean, sometimes you're like, you know, they'll do things where they're like, oh, we're not going to reward you just because, you know, they're not going to reward Leonardo DiCaprio for The Wolf of Wall Street, but they'll reward Al Pacino for a subpar role in The Scent of a Woman. Because he totally got snubbed years ago. Like, it's, you know, sometimes they're about paying their dues, and other times they're like, I'm sorry, it's all about the performance, and it's so weird to tell what's going to happen, so there really is no formula in that sense, because that's what catches them and they go, what? Really?
Yeah.
Okay. And there's always going to have that moment.
I'm just surprised Michael Fassbender was nominated.
I know. I thought they hated him. You know,
he's good in the role. He's fantastic in the role. It's just that there's not much to the role. He's the big scenery chewing villain, and he's really good at it. But it's just like the crazy evil slave owner. There's not much layers there.
I think what they do is I don't know. Personally,
and I like Fassbender. I really
do.
Same here. Yeah.
I think what they did is they go, yeah, I wouldn't want to take that role. I don't want to be that guy. I don't want to say what he has to say. And he not only did it, he said it, but he's really convincing at it. I mean, just like Christoph Waltz in Inglourious Basterds. Yeah, he was kind of a funny dude, but he was a sick individual.
He's playing like all the. He was playing all these different things. He's playing the charming, funny guy. He's playing this like sinister, calculating bad guy, this straight up evil dude, and he's doing it that all. He's doing it all in 4 different languages.
Yeah, that takes some some versatility and
Yeah.
nimbleness.
Mm.
I think the Academy kind of missed their chance with Michael Fassbender. Like, I mean, like, of course he infamously got snubbed for Shame, and that was like the opposite of a scenery chewing performance. It was like this, you know,
Minimal.
yeah, like, I mean, he was doing all this, you know, interesting stuff with, you know, his body and
Putting himself out there. shall we say.
yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, just, you know, with his eyes and with his face, all this silent stuff, and that is, like, I think, like, a truly award-worthy performance. But the problem, there's no story. He didn't lose weight for the role. He didn't dye his eyebrows turquoise. You know, he didn't.
Just
he
like
didn't
that
get.
famous actor who dyed his eyebrows turquoise. And
Well, kind of like how, like, with
What a
Siriano,
jerk.
like when,
turquoise eyes.
it's like with Siriano when, like, George Clooney got injured on the set, and, like, that was like a story that the voters could grasp onto, and it's like, you know, he must have worked really hard.
He got hurt.
Yeah, and
I
so
get
it's
hurt
like,
every day. Where's my award?
and so, you know, it bothers me that, like, the idea that it seems like it's become, like, more about, like, the story than the performance. Like, I mean, I haven't seen Dallas Buyers Club, but I'm sure Matthew McConaughey is wonderful because he's a great actor. But then again, like, I don't think he's gonna win because of that. I think he's gonna win because he lost a ton of weight, and the Academy is, like, always, like, you know, in all of these physical transformations, you know. Like.
I mean, what are you talking about? A room of beautiful people are rewarding the people who got ugly? What? That is terrible for them.
Maybe they're trying to say something.
Well, I don't know. Liza Minnelli is crazy. That woman is. She recently did a screening, and they're like, she goes, you know, Matthew, if you do not win the Academy Award, I'll give you mine. I don't think that counts in her brain, like she seems to think it does.
So Matthew McConaughey could very well end up being Best Actress 1974.
Yes, he could. He was fantastic in Cabaret.
But that'd be a great milestone for cinema goers everywhere.